Peace party people. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Let the Record Show. I am Mike Pizzo.
I am Warren Peace.
Today's special guest is...
Delta Diamond Medallion member, Mayor Hawthorne.
All right, so you gave us a list of your some of your favorite songs of all time. Probably a lot in that list, but we went and tracked down a couple of those on vinyl.
Oh, word.
And now we're going to check those out and Let the Record Show.
Tight.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Here we go. Shake it down.
All right, first up on your list, Mayor, was JD's Welcome to Detroit LP, and your cut on here is Shake It Down.
Shake it down.
Yep. Classic. One of his last albums. And tell us about
Yeah.
Why'd you pick this one?
This is just the one to me.
Yeah.
It's a really original sounding rap song.
Yeah.
And I love his whole, like, to me, Dilla was one of my favorite rappers, besides being one of the best beat makers.
Right.
He was a really underrated rapper, I thought. And
Yeah.
I just love his energy on this and the whole attitude. I mean, it's just so uncompromising. It's like either, it's like I'm the shit and
Right.
get with it or get lost.
Yeah.
I just love the confidence of it.
And what point of your life were you into this stuff? I mean, the Tribe.
I bought this record when it came out. I don't remember what year exactly.
Like
but
02 maybe.
Yeah. I remember I had to go to a couple different stores. I probably went to Memories and Melodies or Record Time. Like a lot of, it was hard to get even then. It was like it was sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
And when I finally did find it, I bought doubles of it. It's his best album to me.
Yeah? I'm gonna say Donuts, but okay.
Almost everybody.
Everyone says
almost
Donuts.
everybody says Donuts.
Man.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I know
masterpiece.
I'm controversial maybe
Yeah.
for saying that, but
Yeah.
this is my favorite J Dilla album.
I love the Donald Byrd Think Twice cover on this album. It's just beautiful, amazing.
Yeah,
You know.
this to me was just him at his absolute peak, like his best beats and his best rhymes. I mean,
The
it
cut
was just
Frank and
sick.
Dank was the one that I liked on this one.
Pause,
Frank and
yeah.
Dank.
Yeah.
Pause.
That was a banger.
Yep,
That was the one
karate
that was-
chopping everybody in the place in the throat.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, J Dilla,
Dilla dog, rest in
shake
peace.
it down. All right, next we have the Purple Rain picture disc, and this is the third time it's made it on the show. We had Georgia Anne Muldrown on.
Oh, tight.
Yeah, she picked Purple Rain, and then
Yeah.
Slug from Atmosphere picked Take Me With You.
Take
You
Me
know
With
what's
You.
funny is Purple Rain is definitely not even my favorite Prince album. My favorite Prince album for sure is Dirty Mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that might be my favorite album period of all time. But this song is
Yeah,
just,
tell
So
us
your
about
cut
this
is
song.
is
yeah,
it,
is
I kind
beautiful
of
ones.
this one was like a late bloomer for me too.
Yeah.
As like a lot of great Prince stuff is.
Yeah.
But when I saw this movie,
Oh,
I mean, we watched this movie a bajillion
yeah,
times.
yeah.
I mean, if you've ever been on anybody's tour bus ever, this is pretty much just like on loop all the
Or
time.
ever watch VH1.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a huge scene in the movie where he
Yeah.
does this, and it was never like that, impactful to me, and that until like later on, and something just snapped at me one day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this is the best song ever.
I think this whole album is like that. Like when you see the movie, it just puts everything
Into
in
context.
Context.
Yeah.
And it is like it just made the album just that much better.
Yeah, I mean, the scene is classic for sure.
Yes.
and Morris Day sitting there, man.
But
uncomfortable.
yeah, I don't know, man. This is just like, it's so dark and
Yeah.
creepy and
Yeah.
sexy and
Yeah.
like all the things that he did the best
Yep.
to me.
Yeah, he I love that in the film he's singing it to Apollonia, but it's really written for Vanity. It was supposed to be in the film,
Okay.
but then she opted out, and
Right.
there's actually a moment in the film where they're coming around the corner and they're like, oh yeah, that Apollonia babe, and you can see him say Vanity. You know what I mean?
didn't know.
Because
okay,
so
right.
they overdubbed it,
Uh-huh.
But man, just a great moment. And then at the end of the song, when he really starts like pouring it out and turning it
Yeah,
on,
grind.
Grinding
feelings
on
just
the
come out, yeah,
stage.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, bring
And
you
it
to
cuts
tears.
to
That was it. Some moment.
Morris and Apollonia, and they're just like,
Everybody in the
Yeah.
whole place is just jaw on the floor. Like, what? Who is this dude?
Yeah.
Yep.
Amazing. All right, Prince, The Beautiful Ones. All right, next up we have the festivals. You've got the makings of a lover, which I understand that you and
I
DJ
did.
Curse were on a digging expedition in New York. And you
Oh,
discovered the So in Love. Is that right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't remember where exactly I discovered that one, but yeah, So in Love is also one of my favorites. I mean,
Yeah.
the festivals have so many great ones. It's crazy.
Yeah.
In their short career.
Right.
I don't even know if they had an LP.
Yeah.
I wasn't even up on them until I saw it come across when you saying it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I started peeping the rest of their stuff.
Well, this is probably their most famous jam.
Yeah.
And I did a cover of this.
Right.
Yeah.
That yeah, I mean,
So
I just loved the song so much when
So how do you discover, like, was it digging? Was it just you were just listening records? You're like, wait a minute, this group is amazing.
Probably, and it's on Smash Records,
Okay.
which is a label that I know that there's a lot of other songs on that label that I like, and I might have seen like a producer's name or something
Okay.
on it, and
Right,
that's
right.
that's how
That's how
I
you
discover a
dig.
lot of my
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start recognizing
Or
record
maybe
labels,
somebody
yeah.
played it for me,
Yeah.
you know, some one of my homies. That's how that's usually how I find stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you did a great cover. Added a little bump to it.
Thank you. Yeah. I try to make it hit a little,
Yeah, yeah.
little harder, you know.
And actually, incidentally, I don't know if you knew this, but Kanye just sampled this song for Migos.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, for this track called BBO, Bad Bitches Only.
Maybe you don't
okay.
like the song anymore.
That's
now.
how they.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's all love. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's not my song.
Yeah. So
let the festivals get their bread.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
did the festivals influence your sound?
Oh man, I mean,
You can hear it
you
there.
can hear all that. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that's like the harmonies is really
Right.
what and it's sexy.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like
Yeah.
that's one thing in common with every record that I picked.
Mhm.
Is that all the music that I love is generally has like a sexiness to it, and
Yeah.
that's just what I dig, man.
Yeah.
all right, the
All right.
festivals. You've got the makings of a lover. All right, next up we have Parliament, the Clones of Dr. Funkenstein LP, and your cut on here was
Dr. Funkenstein.
Funkenstein. Oh yeah. The bigger the cap, the bigger the peeling.
Yes, that's right.
Tell us
I'm
about
the
it.
last leg of the
Yeah,
P-Funk.
How do you find that sticking?
This was one that I definitely was just like out in the Huron High School parking lot smoking weed with my homies, skipping class, getting baked, and we would just listen to this like nonstop.
Yeah.
Wow.
P-Funk, Funkadelic, Let's Take It to the Stage,
Yeah.
this, Tales of a Kid Funkadelic. Like, I mean, we were obsessed with
Yeah.
the whole universe of this.
Okay.
Were you into like the groups that sampled a lot of Parliament and Funkadelic? obviously?
Digital Underground was basically
Thank you
like
very much.
their entire career is basically. I mean, and pretty much every West Coast rap
Yes.
artist,
Cube,
yes.
heavy.
Cube.
Heavy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dre, everybody.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Snoop. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, every West Coast rap artist basically sampled George Clinton.
And did it well too.
When I hear
And-
Parliament, I don't think of Parliament. I think of the rappers. It's like
Yeah, well,
backwards to me.
that's part of
That's
part of what makes West Coast rap really great.
That's
is-
exactly what I think. I'm like.
That's
all right.
why I love West Coast rap
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
'Cause it's all P-Funk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any sampled tracks that stick out to you that maybe you heard first and then
What's the Cubes doing dumb shit?
yeah.
Yep.
That's Funkadelic. That's Funkadelic is another man. That
Too
album
Short.
is unreal from front to back. Yeah.
It's Your Life.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Short Dog.
Yeah.
WC sampled this.
Yeah.
Threat. I knew that because I worked Threat. I worked Threat. So
Wow.
I knew,
Yeah.
I worked Threat.
Damn.
I worked Threat, and I knew that. I was like, oh, I
You're still working it.
I
All right,
Got
Parliament.
their money's worth out of that.
Dr. Funkenstein.
Oh,
right, next up we have Steely Dan Greatest Hits. And,
Dan.
Yeah, we
A lot of
wanted
Steely
to get
Dan.
to a Royal Scam LP, but
Oh right,
we
yeah,
settled for
yeah.
this.
No, this is
And,
yeah. Originally from the Royal Scam,
Yeah.
which is probably my favorite Dan album.
Yeah, so Haitian Divorce is your cut,
That's the one.
and my understanding is that like when this came out, Haiti was kind of like using the fact that the divorce laws were so loose over there that like people were like using it to like go down there and get divorced.
Anybody would.
Oh, wow.
If you wanted to get a divorce, you could go down there because they made it really easy. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And that they started to even like promote that on some like tourism shit.
Right. It's kind of messed up, but
Yeah.
I mean that's most Steely Dan lyrics are kind of twisted and messed up.
Yeah, and you're man, Steely Dan is all throughout your music. I mean,
Dan is very polarizing. So, I mean, there's nobody in the world that just like kind of likes Steely Dan.
right.
You either really like them a lot
Yeah.
or you don't fuck with them
Right.
at all.
Yes.
Right.
And that's like a real separator of people to
Right.
me. Like if you don't fuck with Dan, I kind of don't fuck with you.
right.
Sorry, not sorry.
Was
Yeah.
this in the rotation when you were skipping school, or this was
This
the anti?
This was one that was probably in my parents' record collection.
Okay, yeah,
like
right,
my
all right.
dad probably had this record. You know, growing up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, my folks were hippies, and this was definitely
So
like
Steely Dan
hippie.
was definitely in the rotation.
Dan was hippie music. It wasn't some kind like my dad was a musician, played bass and
So,
sang
yeah.
in a band too. So Steely Dan is nerdy music.
Right.
This is the least sexy thing that
In the bunch.
probably, yeah. But even this is Dan's most sexy song.
Right.
That's why Haitian Divorce is my jam.
Right.
Cause like, yeah, they definitely veer toward the very unsexy at times, but
Yeah.
this is sexy.
All
Yeah.
right.
Come to Haiti, get a divorce. All right. Steely Dan, Haitian Divorce. All right, finally we have Smashing Pumpkins Siamese Dream LP. Nice shiny reissue here. And
Yeah.
your cut on here was
I had to get the OG. The first press of this came on this like orange marble vinyl.
oh damn, I wish I had that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You still have it?
It's pretty sexy, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
So Hummer's your cut on here.
Hummer is my jam on here.
Yeah, tell us about
It
it.
always was my jam, and I was like, and this is gonna age me,
Sure.
but I was in high school or maybe middle school when this came out. Definitely like at my parents' house, on my bedroom floor, on the landline phone.
Yeah.
Long
Talking to
cord.
my girlfriend,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
little middle school girlfriend, for hours and hours and hours. And we would just listen to the mess out of Smashing Pumpkins, man. I love the Smashing Pumpkins.
A lot of people, this album was one that they just listen to over
It's-
and over.
It's
and
still one of the best
CD
albums ever
or
to me.
the record skips. They gotta get another record. It's just
Yeah.
one of those albums, kind of like the Nirvana album.
Yeah,
like,
Timeless.
Butch Vig
over
produced
and
both.
over.
Butch Vig
Oh,
did
yeah.
both,
And then
right?
also Garbage. I mean, he was on fire.
Yeah.
Butch Vig
Garbage.
he was a monster, man.
Great era of. I mean, I admittedly I was into some alternative, but hip hop was like so strong at that time.
Yeah.
Very
like,
at this
like
time.
and you were
It was
talking
dominant.
about. Yeah.
I mean, this
you were
album.
talking about budgets and allowance,
Right.
and it was like,
Yeah.
well,
This album came out in what, 93?
yeah.
Yeah.
Same year as Doggy Style. Right. It's like,
Which one am I gonna get?
which
to?
one are you?
Yeah.
You had to pick. It was
Right.
like same year as Southern Playlistic. And it was
Right.
like, are you gonna
Right.
how
I was
yeah.
doing a lot of like bars at this point, so like when I'd come in with my crates or whatever,
Yeah.
this album was playing in the background.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is
Yeah.
this? But
And
like
all
you
the
said,
girls would be like,
yeah. The hip hop guy's coming on.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what's this playing? What's this? Like,
yeah. Good one.
I love this record. It's very emo, but this is me, man.
Yeah. All right. Smashing Pumpkins.
Mhm.
Hummer.
Forever.
You know, baby, I know you think we can make it all work out.
All right, finally a bonus track. Mayor Hawthorne, Just Ain't Gonna Work Out.
Yeah.
This is your debut single on
It
Stone
was.
Store
This is
Records.
the first song I ever wrote.
Yeah, heart-shaped vinyl. Is this 45?
It is a 45, yeah.
Yeah,
It plays at 45 speed.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
It was the first song I ever wrote like prior to this, I was a DJ for a decade or more, and
With Athletic Mike League.
yeah, right. And I was a DJ for a bunch of different groups.
Yeah.
I mean, I even did scratches on Slum Village's records and stuff. So
fuck
yeah,
outta here.
like, you know, that was my first record deal. I was signed to Barack Records, the same label as Slum Village. Yeah.
Here. What records? I'm sorry. What records?
There was one called Reunion that I did. Cause
Yeah.
for I don't know if those actually are on there or not. And the
Yeah.
other one was oh my God, what's the name of the song? I can't remember right
no
now.
worries.
It was on Detroit Deli, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll hit you later. We want to know.
Yeah,
the name of
yeah,
that song.
man. I can't. It was like it was a dope one. I can't remember what it was.
So then you moved on to making your own music. And,
Yeah.
And this is the very first track.
Yep. I got signed to Stones Throw Records, Peanut Butter Wolf, and I wanted for my first ever record. I didn't know if I was gonna have another record.
Right.
You know, I didn't know if there was gonna be a whole album or anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, if this is gonna be my one record, you know, I'm gonna go out with a bang.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Put your heart into it.
Yeah, right. So I was like, what if we put it on an actual heart-shaped record?
Yeah.
And I had seen it before. There's a Marvin Gaye and Diana Ross like duet
Yeah.
Motown record that I bought in Detroit like way back in the day
Yeah,
that was on a heart, and I was like, man, nobody's done that for
Right.
you know
You're like, I'm doing
for 40 years. Like
Yeah.
nobody's done a heart-shaped record, and then I was like, what if we do that? I didn't even know if you could do it anymore still. And
Yeah. Well, it's probably a huge pain in the ass for them, but
Yeah, Peanut Butter was probably like, yeah, you see the budget, like
yeah.
you see the cost, right? The user coming out.
I
your
was like,
pocket,
this is gonna be expensive,
hey.
but it's gonna be cool. And it ended up being I think it's their best-selling single ever.
Oh, really?
On Stone Throw, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
amazing use of it in the music video.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, great symbolic use. Check that out, YouTube. And yeah, all right, Mayor Hawthorne,
word up.
just ain't gonna work out.
Just ain't gonna work out.
All right, this
Still
is
working.
Let the Record Show. I am Mike Pizzo.
I am Warren Peace.
Today's special guest was
Mayor Hawthorne.
of Delta Airlines.
Yes.
Diamond Medallion member. Mayor Hawthorne.
And we are out of here. Thank you, man.
Hey, thanks so much for coming out, man.
Peace,
For real.
love, and
Thank
soul.
you.
Thank you guys for
Yeah,
having
thank
me,
you.
man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Cheers.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh.